everybody. Welcome. Jennifer Roberts, True Divine 44, and Theodore Roberts, very truly divine in the back with Pub. So I'm just on another drive. As I said, various drives today, and just wanted to catch up and speak about something that's been on my mind greatly. Excuse me, in that, you know, Wayne did an excellent job a little while ago of listing the correlations of these powers that be actually magically giving out infusions in the arm, and then poof, there is another condition that pops up 6 months, a year, maybe longer down the line. And so I wanted to speak about what I'm seeing brewing in the community, and in particular, ironically and laughably, in the so-called awake and aware community, in that there is this brewing almost animosity, hatred towards those that have made the decision, whether that's through being forced, coerced, or felt it absolutely necessary, thinking they were doing the right thing, to uptake the offer of the governments to do what they were told, basically. And we all know what I'm talking about. What's been coming up in my mind is that there is so-called love and light on a lot of this aware movement, yet I'm seeing brewing in the northeast a lot of animosity towards those who, a lot of them did this out of a place of love, out of a place of thinking they were doing the right thing, not out of a place of negative intent. And it's because of this animosity we actually fall into the trap that the powers that be wanted us to, of even more divide. And so this is where it comes up in my consciousness about HIV and the correlations that have been made to that being a gain of function, and in my psychic knowing it being so too, in that very much so a gain of function, and trickery, putting it into the collective, and members of that collective, a lot of them being homosexual men, and thinking they were doing the right thing, going for a treatment, a special infusion maybe, and then look at what unraveled afterwards. Instead of the truth coming out much sooner, the animosity, I'm in the wrong lane, animosity and hatred happened just as the government and the likes of Fauci, you know, wanted it to, and that the rest of many of the collective started such a hate campaign, such a enormous and cruel campaign out of fear of these people who are people, always were people, always are people, yet because of their choices of who to love and who to enjoy, were then labelled as being the ones that brought in this terrible thing called HIV. And I just see that if we continue to walk blindly, thinking our eyes are peeled right open into the hands, into the trap that has been laid in various different ways by these powers that be, then we are repeating history, whether that be the history of World War II and the divides and fear of each other there, whether that be the repeat of medical divides, love choice divides, and all of those interacting in this great plan of greater control, greater division, greater amounts of hate and animosity. And so if you've been feeling this way, and I'm not saying take away the awareness of what the potentials are for us that we are facing, all of the things that have come through psychically that very much so may interact with these infusions, for some have a standby, but this is something that we just have to deal of, for instance, when HIV came booming into the collective, if, for instance, we had not fallen into that trap of fear, hate and animosity of those that thought they were going to do a good thing, then look at how much bloodshed, look at how many tears, look at how much pain we would have avoided, look at how much divide we would not have. And so to just give yourself a bit of a check if you're feeling this way. Keep your awareness, yes. Keep your knowing, yes. But keep checking. Keep asking yourself the questions. Am I falling into another trap? Am I falling into the hands of another person's or system's plan? Because that's where I see this going. And to me, that would be the most tragic repeat of history right now, up to date, in the way that the people would turn against the people. It must be avoided, it must be stopped, it must not be allowed. And I call out anybody that's saying, oh, I'm all of love and light, or I've had my awakening, or I've been enlightened spiritually. If you're on this train of falling into this trap of divide, then I call out the fact of just how much awakening you've accomplished, just how much enlightenment you've accomplished. Because again, the blinders are on. You cannot see that you're participating in the division plan, for sure. So it's just to bring that up again. No doubt I'll bring it up again, but the correlation just in my knowing kept coming up regarding the time that Fauci was very prevalent again in the whole AIDS emergence, and the truth needs to be out about that even more than it already is, because if we know the true history, if we know the truth behind these things in our most recent history, then certainly we are less doomed to repeat the tragedies that those histories caused. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, boy. All right, much love, balance and wholeness. Just another drive and a talk. I appreciate you all. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and beautiful sky tonight, getting dark, but it was pink earlier and now it's all the hues of powdery blues and greys. All right, much love.